Merry Meet Annie here. I saw a topic which intrigued me when I was catching up on watching videos earlier today. A new collab that I am watching and really enjoying, Our Pagan Opinions. So check that out if you like collab channels that offer quite a variety of opinions and experiences in any given week. Very refreshing channel. I'm really enjoying watching it. Thank you to the folks there who are doing such a great job. And their topic this week was, how has YouTube changed your life? Or something like that. If it's not exactly that way, it's how it landed in my heart when I heard it, because it got me to thinking. And I was in a bit of a pokey mood this morning because I've actually been quite sick for a couple of days. Probably as sick as I've been in a long time. So it left me feeling weak and shaky and almost in a way vulnerable. Raw, I guess I could say. So I saw that first video posted this week on that topic on that channel, and I paused to think about it. Because I have had reason to think recently about YouTube and what value it does or does not bring to me, especially because I'm not a fan of the direction that YouTube is going, or the bulkiness that it is becoming and how difficult it is to work with, and how it's becoming less of a social network and more of a venue for selling someone's products. And by that I don't mean the individuals who are on YouTube, many who are very creative and offer beautiful things, but the commercial aspect of what it has been coming. I love the people that I watch on YouTube, but I cannot tell you, it's like fingernails on a blackboard when I start to watch one of your videos and have to watch even 5 seconds of a commercial for someone's product. I don't blame you for doing it, if you can make a little money off the situation, but I'm starting to lose I guess I've gone through the honeymoon stage of YouTube. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did. However, that's my reactions and thoughts on YouTube in general. As it becomes less and less more social, and more we are all selling ourselves out to sell someone's products. Separate from that, the people of YouTube, those of you I've had the honor of getting to meet here in the year and a half or so that I've been here. I didn't have the luck to be involved in the pagan community here on YouTube as it began to grow and evolve. And I hear from your comments who were the first people, and they're still here and very influential, it appears. I didn't have that luck. I kind of jumped in midstream when y'all knew each other pretty good, and I just felt welcomed right from the beginning by those of you who have already spent time on YouTube in this pagan community, as well as new people who came along like myself who felt honored to be able to join the community as it grew and evolved. I've never once felt in this YouTube community that it was some kind of a clique, that you had to be a certain person or a certain type in order to fit in. I've always felt welcomed. Yeah, like Elvis, I have attracted my haters. God has blessed them for their insecurities. We all do that, don't we? We all attract certain kinds every now and then. They mean so little in the face of all the wonderful opportunities we have to meet people and learn other perspectives, get viewpoints, bounce things off of people, be part of discussions. So, when I heard that question this morning, for the first of what will be a wonderful week, I'm sure, of comments on Our Pagan Opinions about how YouTube changed us, I was just in a place to sit and think about that, because I've been questioning this past couple of weeks because of the changes in YouTube and the bulkiness of using it and the time it's taking to use it, and its less warm, more commercial path that it's going on. I'm thinking, is that really some place I want to spend my time? So I've been thinking in my head the pros and cons. And so the question coming out at this time is just perfect for me because I've been thinking about it. It has changed my life. The first time the computer changed my life was back when we first started meeting like-minded people online. The first e-groups that existed for sharing of pagan spirituality, I don't know, was it 20 years ago now? I've lost track of when it would first have been. We didn't have groups. There wasn't any way to do that. We had listservs where we actually had to reply all to a long list of email addresses and literally email back and forth, but en masse to groups. And the first couple of groups that I met then just were so important to me. They were important to me because I was aware that I was only in contact with certain groups, mostly pretty much like me, and I was experiencing only some part of what neo-paganism might be. So I knew that. I knew that I was only experiencing some small part of something which was much bigger. And that was my touch on it. It was my touch on meeting others across the world with similar experiences, but fresh viewpoints and different ways of celebrating who we are as pagan children. That was probably one of my most important early experiences of what the cyber world could be in a life-changing way. Yes, I had the opportunity to meet other pagans in public rituals, and I do live on the East Coast, so you could travel to places like New York City or Philadelphia and be involved in large public rites. But there was something very intimate about the internet that I really cherished and continue to cherish over all the years since. YouTube was a revisit to that for me, in that it brought me back to a place of exploring a new way to meet people, to see what other people's lives were and how they wove their spirituality through their lives and how they expressed it, to see where we were inspired and moved that was similar, and most intriguingly, to see the different places we took that. And YouTube has been a great opportunity for me to revisit how it felt on those first listservs, getting a wider sense of what paganism means in the sense of neo-paganism. One of the things that's been especially powerful on YouTube is because it seems in the pagan community on YouTube to be heavily solitaries who are creating their very powerful and unique individual practices. There's the opportunity to see things, I guess I'm going to say being birthed, to see possibility being born in how different people are celebrating and what they're celebrating and why they are doing what they are doing. There seems so much freedom in it, and therefore to me, as I watch the videos that I watch, so much inspiration. So first and foremost, how it has changed my life is it's freshened me. It has once again, as it did back 20 years ago, reminded me that my one way of experiencing my religion and my practice and who I am as a pagan woman is not the only way. It's just the way it became for me. And it's put me back in touch again with the wider possibility of what neo-paganism is. Very important for me. Very important for me. It's kind of like it tickled me out of my rut and has often given me a wonderful opportunity to be inspired by, intrigued by, challenged by even some others who practice very differently than I do. It's also given me a place to relate to others who practice as a solitary. And you will know, if you know my videos, that I am covened and am very close to the kin of my coven. But I do see myself once and forever as a solitary, as I see all of us. So to be in touch with others, to learn how they're celebrating at that individual level, where their relationship is intimate. It is their personal practice and it is their personal relationship with their gods. It has been very inspirational for me. For some reason, this YouTube experience and the way that people are communicating and presenting, it has brought across the power of that personal celebration in the way that individuals describe their passion and their devotion to their practice. So that has been life-changing to me in the sense that it has helped me be more in contact with the part of me which is a solitary practitioner. It's been good for me, very good for me. But I had to make this video especially because the thing that leapt to my mind outside of that, the thing which actually leapt to my mind first was it has changed my life because of the friendships that I have made here. many wonderful acquaintances where we can have wonderful conversations and just learn about each other's lives. And then there have been those of you who have come along that have become part of my family. You have truly become part of my life, and I know it is not something that is for today only. There are new friends that I have made on YouTube. I could have in no other way come to know you, come to meet you. And you have changed my life. Your love, your support, your guidance. Truly, you have become part of my life. It reminds me of those very, very early days when the first listservs brought me in contact with some who became life changers to me. And I'm honoring the fact that that still exists, that those of you who I have come to know personally, usually outside of our videos that are public, but in the private sense where we exchange with each other, you're what has changed my life in this past year or so that I have been on YouTube. You matter to me, and I know that I matter to you. We are interwoven into each other's lives. And there are several of you that I would truly call heart friends. You are so important to me. There's nothing casual or cyber about it. We are friends. It is if we were in each other's lives in reality. And I treasure that so. I'm always going to treasure the acquaintances I make. I'm always going to treasure looking at people's videos and being inspired by them. But when it's all over, when my YouTube time has come and gone, I know that there are several of you that will be living on in my heart forever as best buds and confidants and friends, and I want to make whatever is the opposite of making light of something. I want to make something huge of that. What a blessing this opportunity has been. And remind me when I'm whining at you in emails or on private videos about how I simply don't like the direction that YouTube is going. How frustrated I am at having to watch commercials. How irritated I am at the technical problems that happen that there's no solution to because there is no help. When I whine on and on and on about how cold YouTube has come, just tell me you love me. Remind me. That's what matters. The humanity behind this technological beast that YouTube is becoming is indeed what matters. And we'll have to humor whatever YouTube brings our way, because we can be grateful to it for the opportunities it has presented. I wanted to take this opportunity, thinking of our Pagan Opinions topic of the week on how has YouTube changed your life, first to acknowledge that it has, and second to say for all the many, many reasons, there is also the deep, true, personal friendships that I have established. I want to widen that to include Roger, because he knows several of you well through the conversations that you and I have that I share with him, and he comments back. Yeah, you're not going to find him on YouTube, but there are several of you who have become members of our family in that sense. And it's just a blessing, and I love it, and I thank YouTube for all its foibles. And I thank all of us for rising above the challenges that we sometimes experiencing, being part of a cyber community with its technical glitches and otherwise, to celebrate instead the beautiful humanity that is behind all of our videos, all these wonderful, beautiful people who dance in and out of our lives in a few minutes on a video, and how beautiful it is. I also have the great opportunity to celebrate those who have been with me on the Greystone Path and taking that learning series with me. We've been on that now for a year or more together. And there are some of you who have only just begun it, I know, and you've just begun walking it with us. And what a blessing it has been to have the opportunity to study with and learn and grow with those of you who have chosen to accept my offer of a bit of mentorship when it comes to elemental balancing. How powerful is a learning situation. Not a student-teacher relationship, but two people coming together who want to be the better for that relationship. I thank God is for those of you who have found your way to the Greystone Path. You too have changed my life. All in all, this YouTube thing, monster that it can be, it's a thing of beauty, because behind it pulses the blood of our beautiful humanity. Thank you for all who have danced through my lives in brief videos, and all who have become intertwined with my life because of the way we've come to know and celebrate each other. I wish you all mirth and reverence. Merry part.